Hey, my favorite entrepreneurs. What's up today? I'm in a different part of my studio. We're playing around with lighting, background, all kinds of stuff. So if you're like, what is this girl doing? Yeah, well, that's what's going on. I moved from the other side back over here, but my colors are not pink and gold and black and white. So I was like, okay, maybe we'll do a little blue, but this totally is not the blue that it's supposed to be behind me. So I was like, all right, I can't fuss with this anymore. I've got to go live. I've got to go live. So I got to figure out something because you can't see this one over, whichever. This one over here, it's black folder. So I feel like I need something. But this is legit my filing system, right? So I can't just take it off, So I don't know. Any ideas? My colors are blue and gold and white. So you tell me, what should I put with my folders? What color folders should I get? So when they were pink, hey Gwen, when they were pink, I would be on networking events and people would be like, what are all those purses behind you? It was so funny. All right, guys, I want to talk to you today about questions, okay? And how to, or why really, you need to ask strategic questions, okay? And when you don't ask strategic questions, it costs you money. It costs you money. It costs you clients. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to talk about what is your average sale per person. So get a pen and paper or type it below. What is your average sale per person? This is so important. So important. Average sale per person. So okay, I've got this many appointments scheduled. Typically, I average blah, blah, blah. So today I will make X amount of dollars. Okay. So what is your average sale per person? Now, if you don't know how to figure that out, go back for the past 2 weeks or the past 4 weeks, right? Maybe you haven't been tracking. Oh, we'll talk about that another day. Okay. If you can't locate this, numbers, we got a problem. We got a problem. That means you cannot track your numbers. You don't know if you're doing good or not. Okay. So maybe go back the past 4 weeks. How many people did you see? And what was the total number of sales? Total number of sales divided by number of people. That's your average, okay? That's your average. So write it down. So if we're new and you're like, who is this crazy lady with this hat thing on? All right, my name's Erica V. I am the non-pushy sales queen, and I am obsessed with helping entrepreneurs find often overlooked areas where they can increase their sales and client retention. So I help anyone from a beauty salon to direct sellers to, a computer consultant. I help so many people. Basically, if you have a product or service, then we should be a good match together. All right. Hey guys, I'm so glad that you are here. So write down your average sale per person. Your average sale per person. Okay, so now let me ask you a question. So when you see all these appointments on your books, on your calendar, do you have confidence that when you show up for that appointment, that you are going to close the sale? Close the sale means money is going to change hands. Are you confident? I know if I have an appointment that pretty likely that they are going to begin working with me as long as we're a good fit, right? Okay, what about you? What about you? So, what are you doing ahead of your appointment to make sure that this should be a good fit? Also, what are you doing ahead of the appointment so you can prep? This is where your questioning comes in. This is where it already starts. Look at these numbers. I love seeing these numbers come in. Okay, so you've got your number. So, what do you do in advance of this appointment so that you can prepare? So that as soon as you talk to them, it will be fast, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, boom, it's fast, and money is changing hands. They are going to fall in love with your magic water, your product or service. Are you asking what is called pre-qualifying questions? These are very strategic questions. Not name, rank, serial number. Not do you want to buy my product? No. Very strategic questions. Are you asking questions so you understand what the problem is that your prospective client has? This way, when you show up, again, it's fast. You only talk about their problem and your solution, right? So your questioning starts before you have an appointment, okay? This kind of preps and they understand what this is going to be all about. You're the solution. Yes, you're the solution to the problem. If you ask very strategic questions, if you're in my Surveys to Sell course, you know that you are pointing out problems they didn't even know they had. So they're so excited to work with you, right? Yes, I love pre-profile. Woo woo. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, so now, if you don't pre-profile, you get into the appointment, and typically what happens is the sales professional will start vomiting information on the person, facts and figures and timelines and all kinds of stuff. And the person's eyes start swirling around and they're like, I don't even know. What does this have to do with me? All I wanted was help. I wanted that magic water. And they're talking and talking and talking. Did you hear what I said? They're talking and talking and talking. They weren't problem solving. And so sometimes sales professionals, they talk and talk and talk because they don't know what the person's problem is. Or maybe they represent a brand or a product and they were told you have to tell everyone everything. Well, if your average sale per person is lower than your middle size product or your middle size bundle, I'm here to tell you that you have a pothole. Okay, that's an area where you're losing money. And that could be because you didn't ask strategic questions before you showed up to the presentation. Or it could be during the presentation, you did not show them that you were the solution to the problem. The art of asking questions is what is going to put the dollars in your bank account. And if you're not money motivated, the art of asking questions is what is going to transform your client's life. So if you're like, no, I'm just going to show my presentation and they're going to buy. Probably not, okay? Probably not. Maybe some will. But remember, I'm a sales strategist. I look for areas of opportunity. I look for your potholes, okay? So if you talk to 10 people and 2 buy, where are the other 8? There's a problem. There's a pothole. You lost an opportunity. So if you missed 8 people, okay, and your average sale is $100, what is 100 times 8? And if you did that 10 times over, how much money is missing from your bank account? What? Shut up. That's a lot, isn't it? All starts with questions. It all starts with questions, okay? So now I want to bring up something else to your attention. How are you attracting people to you? Are you utilizing questions? But are they the right questions? So I don't know what's going on, but I get these kind of crazy questions in my inbox every day. Here's how they go down. Erica, do you want to lose weight because I've got a great product? That's not an effective question. Because the answer from me is no, right? Okay. And it's also hurtful, right? How about this question? Hey, I have been challenged by my so-and-so to have X amount of people on a Zoom call. Will you be one of them? Not an effective question. Why? What's in it for me? Why do I need to join the Zoom call just so you were in a challenge? That has nothing to do with me, right? So guys, when you're asking your questions, the S word is what you need to be thinking about. Oh no, strategic. Get your mind out the gutter. Strategic questions, okay? Strategic. And here is a tip, and this is what I teach in my Surveys to Sell course and in my boot camp. It's the answer to all of your questions is your product or service. Okay, so write that down. I just gave you gold. The answer to all of your questions is your product or service. So if you're asking a lot of questions and none of them lead to your product or service, then you got to change it up. Change it up. Be very strategic with your questioning. Okay. All right. So focus on asking questions. Focus on solving problems and watch what transpires. Now, if you ask questions and you're not presenting well and you don't know how to close the sale, then, that could be a little area of a pothole too, right? So what I would like to do is invite you, if you're like, I need to learn more about question asking, I need to learn how to show up online. Maybe a lot of you are not asking strategic questions because you're afraid that if they go to your Facebook profile, they won't see you as the entrepreneur, as the solution to their problem, right? So if you're interested in learning how to show up better, right? What words to say, what words not to say, okay? I have a boot camp. Okay. So go to simplysalesbootcamp.com and sign up. And in 5 days, or it's already made for you in 5 hours, you can transform your business. Learn the words not to say, learn the words to say, learn how to edit your social media, get your cute little patootie in gear, because every day that goes by that you are not asking strategic questions, look at that average number and look at the people that you had that didn't say yes. Multiply that. How many people did not say yes? That's what I focus on. And I know you're like, but Erica, I sold 3. Yes, I'm so proud of you. I am. And you should be proud of yourself. But what happens is we get these blinders on and then we're like, I sold something. And we forget about all the people who didn't say yes. That's where your older sister, no. Sweet Auntie Erica comes in and has to tell you the truth. This is what I am passionate about with entrepreneurs, because who is there to tell you? We've got to look at your numbers. We've got to look at the people we missed. We got to look at the missed opportunities, because that is your gold mine. That's your gold mine. Because if 3 said yes, is that going to buy you, get you out of debt? Is that going to buy you the things you need? Is that going to support your community? But what if those 10 said yes, right? What if those 10 said yes? All right, let's see. How do you stay motivated? Like what gets you going when you wake up? My brain doesn't like focusing. Well, I have a very simple system. So I don't need motivation and I don't need to rely on emotion. And that's my 5-step blasting method. It relies nothing on motivation. It relies nothing on your emotion. It's a simple process. All you do is you wake up, you attract people to you, you pre-qualify them, you present, you get referrals, and you retain them. It's very simple. It relies nothing on automation. Nothing on motivation, right? You just know what you have to do each day. Boom, boom, boom. That's it. You build your business, right? If you're not wanting to build a business, well, that's another story, right? All right. What's the website? simplysalesbootcamp.com. I hope that's what it is. I get my words mixed up. You know what? I better check. I'm pretty sure it's simplysalesbootcamp.com. Let me look. Yes. Okay. simplysalesbootcamp.com. Go there. Now listen, on this website, it's got a 5-day. Okay. You only get access to the videos for a total of 7 days. I would not do that option because it's good stuff and you're going to want to go back. The other thing is, what do we know? Life happens. Life happens and you might not finish it and you will not have access to the video. So I encourage everyone to do the lifetime access. You will have lifetime access to these videos. I have a portal. I'm all fancy now. Okay. So there is the 5-day access that is going away. So the CEO of my company recently passed away, as you guys know, and I don't know how to take that 5-day option off. I don't think it's a good option because I know the people are most successful when they're like, okay, I did it. Now, what was that? When you start applying, you want that reference. So I just want to make sure everyone knows about that. All right. You're welcome, Dorothy. Okay, Gwen, did that make sense, what I just said? Your business should not rely on emotion. If you're working for someone else, let's think about this. If you worked a corporate job, you showed up regardless of whether you were motivated or not, right? What happens when we become entrepreneurs, everything all of a sudden becomes on emotion. If we're going to reach out to people, it's on if we're having a good hair day, if we feel good, right? If we're going to follow up, we're worried about what they're going to think of us. Everything becomes about emotion. And when that happens, your bank account suffers, your business suffers, and you get into this hole. And it's hard to get out of that hole, right? It's hard to get the hole. And that's why I created the blessing method, because my business runs whether I feel like it or not. I have 3 brain injuries, 3 autoimmune diseases, 2 children, a husband, a house, multiple businesses, big businesses, right? And every day my business runs because it's not relying on if I felt like it or not. And all of you should have that as well. So if you're not following the 5-step blessing method, I would encourage you to give it a shot. In the 5-day boot camp, I break down the blessing method, the 5 steps. I give you little bits, because it was only 5 days, right? I give you little bits and pieces of it, right? If you've done the boot camp and you're like, I want to fully do your blessing method, okay, then join the sales school. SimplySalesSchool.com. The full blessing method, each component broken down. I make sure you understand it and that you're putting it into place. Something's got to change in your business, though, if you are missing out on opportunities. Let's work together. No more missed opportunities, right? No more relying on emotion. There's people out there who need you to step up, right? Not rely on emotion. Just get it done. All right, guys, I'll see you in boot camp or sales school. All right, do you like my fun? This is to show you that I love you. I love my entrepreneur friends. All right, if this was helpful, please share it out. Share it out. All right, go and have dinner with my family. See you later. Bye.